Greetings, weary traveler, come, warm yourself by the fire, and let us regale you with mighty tales, tales of adventure, tales of heroism, tales of Tamriel. I am your host, Arkhaniir, and we are live with episode 198, and I'm joined by the entire crew, including Aggelos himself. How's it going, Aggelos?
Pretty good, how are you?
I'm doing, well, sleepy, but great otherwise. Lotus, how about you? How are you doing?
I am doing well, although I'm sleepy on the end of not waking up, but soon to be falling asleep.
We are really living this from two different sides,
yes.
but still with the same feelings. Yeah.
Yep.
And Promethean.
I'm doing fantastic. I'm actually wide awake, which is unusual for this, but...
So you nearly pulled an all-nighter last night, yeah?
Yeah,
so
I don't remember if it was last night or the night before, because almost every night has been an all-nighter at this point with spring break, so it's not even homework, it's just not wanting, I've ruined my sleep schedule at this point.
I mean, a proper sleep schedule is boring, so...
This is true. I don't think I've been to bed before midnight in at least a month and a half now, so it's going good. It's real good.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to train myself to. Sleep at 2 a.m., wake up at 8, and make do with 6 hours of sleep.
It's possible.
It is, yeah. But, I mean, I miss 8 hours of sleep.
8 hours? Is that all you guys do?
Yeah, I will
I'm
say
a good 17-hour person. Wake up, eat something, and then go back to bed again.
Go back to bed.
Yeah.
I did that, so I almost pulled an all-nighter and then didn't wake up until
and
like
pulled an all day or two.
Yeah.
Acceptable.
Yeah. Gotta make up for it somehow.
We have hopefully a fun show planned with actually some solid discussions and some proper news. But before we get into that, we gotta give a shout out to all our Patreon and Twitch supporters. Thank you so much for supporting us with the financial side of things.
Can I add something to that?
No.
I'm gonna say something because we talked about this pre-show. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
I do want to thank all of our patron people because you guys are amazing. As I was telling these guys post-show, we know we don't get a lot where we announce a lot of patrons that often. It's because our patrons are so freaking amazing that most of them don't leave, like, ever. We've had patrons who are nearing their 3 or 4 year mark of supporting the network. So when we get a patron, they generally stick around for a very long time. And while we generally don't go through each person again after, the first thank you or whatever, I definitely want to give a shout out and make sure people know that you're not forgotten. It really is appreciated. And I'm glad that we're able to continue to provide you entertainment for so long that you feel it's worthy of supporting us. It's really heartwarming. I just wanted to mention that because, we don't get a lot of new patrons, but we don't lose old ones. They stick around. So, that's it.
Exactly. Well, we were discussing the fact that that's what submodel games strive for. It's just consistency. So it's kind of nice to have consistency up the network as well.
It is.
Well, that said, in addition to that, thank you all who support us, on Twitter with retweets, things like that. There was a saying you used to say, like, tell a friend about us. That's one way to greatly support the show as well as coming out to the live show, keep us company in chat. So hello chat room to you as well. I was planned this was going to be like one full, segue, but Egg just had to step in there and ruin my plans.
No, I literally told Ark none of that.
Yeah, he just cut me off, yeah.
To be honest, I didn't even think I was gonna do it until I heard you talk. I'm like, I really should say something to talk about
so
it.
people know.
Yeah, I mean, it's noteworthy and something I really should let people know that we have some of, honestly, the best patrons out there because they stick with us the entire time. Like, it's impressive. I'm sure there's a lot of people who do Patreon for like a living and stuff, and like you guys are helping us not from a living side, but providing just so that the burden's not all on myself. You are helping us do stuff, keeping the network going, things like that are just helpful. But there's people who do this for a living who would kill to have people support them.
Consistent flow when you rely on it for more than just a hobby.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You guys are essentially funding us to do something that we really enjoy doing, and we're glad that you enjoy it too. But like I said, our patrons are the best. They're absolutely the best.
Hear, hear.
Yeah. I mean, Aggelos also promised us $31,000 TVs.
That is that's true. I believe that was in my when I joined the network was something about a nice 80-inch OLED. So
I know
you can mail it. It's fine.
Well, because they have to customize it anyway, I'm like customizing it with like your own personal flair. So like Lotus's is going to be full of his little symbol for
you can just have
Hermes Mora.
I just picture arcs with like the Almeri Dominion flag.
Everywhere, and
it's coming from Ag. I mean,
Promethean is just covered in red shirts. So I brought that all back around.
And that's callback.
That was.
All right, now that we realize that we are never getting our TVs, I suppose.
Art, could you imagine how much shipping would cost for yours?
Right, and have them
30,000
not
for the
be
TV,
shattered into a million pieces.
Another 30,000 for the shipping.
It would never make it out of customs there.
Right?
Ever.
No.
Oh yeah.
Would it be bigger than most of the customs agents? Probably at 80 inches.
Probably.
I don't even know what an 18-inch
it's huge.
It's freakishly huge.
I don't even know if my walls are that. Like,
yeah, I was looking at that. Like, can I?
I don't think it could fit.
That's a problem, I guess.
Once again,
maybe the ceiling
derailed.
Yeah. Hey, we came to the conclusion that it's impossible to stay on the rails.
I want to point out the fact that I wasn't here last week, and you still derailed. So it's not on me.
Oh, it's not on you. It's not on you. It's just
there's no way
in the
we
nature
all
of the
contribute.
Yep.
By the way, I just realized for anyone who's watching us live, the drops are enabled on the stream as well as so
I would have advertised that for people to actually know to stop paying.
I didn't even read that. So
I knew they were doing something for drops, but I didn't read it because normally whenever they do the drops, it's only for a specific time or only people in their stream.
A specific, it's always a specific grouping of time or people or whatever.
At the moment, it's because of the Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild celebration events. So drops are enabled on all ESO streams.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But if you are on PC, unfortunately drops don't work on consoles. But if you are on PC and if you are watching us live at the moment, if you connect your Twitch account with your Elder Scrolls Online account, you might get the Ouroboros crown crates that might drop something nice or just
basically you get free gems.
Generally, I wouldn't expect a whole lot out of them.
But I got the Sencha Tiger from it.
Yeah, no, that is true.
That is also true. You used all your RNG at once.
You used up every bit of RNG you will ever have on that. But you can't really, beggars can't be choosers. That's a nice thing. And a worst case scenario, it's free gems that do add up to get something else anyway. So
I mean, that's exactly how I got my Frost Wolf, like the one you have, Ag, that you got from the crates 3 in a row. But I just paid 400 gems.
Kind of funny is a decent amount of people in chat are pointing out myself and Promethean included, as we're part of the console chud race. The only thing that's kind of interesting, since it sends you a little Twitch message every time you get a drop, I believe. So even though it does, it's got like a little Ouroboros crate, and it's like, congratulations, you got a crown crate from whatever. I can't redeem them because, you know, they don't work for console or whatever. But man, if it ever does activate and backlogs, I believe that the last time. You know what? I think it was when I was watching you on Filia Noir's stream when you guys were doing the new dungeons. Oh. I believe that was my 44th crown crate I have sitting in there.
And I'm gonna do this here real quick for everybody so that everyone's aware that the real star of the show is here and watching.
Look, mine's up there too.
Look, he's typing.
Yeah, no, she is. That's how she sits.
Yep. That's hysterical.
This is how she sits.
Oh yeah, he's out. Give him another like half hour though. Wide awake.
Yep.
There, I saw Isha talk about the kitty, so therefore I had to show the kitty. Now this is where she sits every single podcast, every single one.
Well, I mean, you gotta teach her how to talk, so she can.
She could replace me at that point. She could just sit here and be like...
I mean, I'd prefer it. At least she wouldn't trash talk me all the time.
Well, I'm sure you would because she's part of your faction, AD lover.
Wow. You beat me
I set myself up for that.
I set myself up for it.
You really did.
You did, 100%.
I got no comebacks.
You really did. You're like, oh. Can't blame anyone for that one but yourself.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I just remembered the tale. It's from Twitter, but I'll get to that. Anyway, news.
Oh, there you go.
We got news. We have news that we need to get into. And this is actually one of the most exciting news from Elder Scrolls world in the last couple of weeks, in my opinion. There is a new Loremaster.
Yes.
The title has been restored. The position is now once again filled with a person. I was gonna say something cool, but it's just anyway. Yeah. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Our new Loremaster is Leamon Tuttle.
I think it's Leamon.
That's right.
Leamon. Yeah. Okay. I'll admit, and
yeah,
don't
that's how everyone pronounces
Leamon.
My last name, even though it's incorrect. Because my last name is Leamon. For those who don't know.
Okay.
You ever hear the term layman's terms? Well,
I have. Actually.
Yeah. It's not spelled the same way. The layman is Layman. Mine's Lehman. But anytime someone calls me, I can tell if they've never talked to me before. If they go, "Is Jonathan Leamon there?" I'm like, no.
Nope.
No, I always said to myself, Lehman is what I was saying because I was reading straightly Turkish. Zero pronunciation.
I mean, you really churched it up for me, Ark, so I appreciate that, but not quite the same. It's just fascinating that when you mention it, I'm like, that sounds familiar. I hear that a lot.
Well, I mean, just in terms of last names, I mean, mine's not really that well hidden. I mean, some people know my actual last name, but Eric Roble and I share a last name. So a lot of people originally, when I was playing ESO, were like, wait, that sounds familiar. I was like, no relation. I have no idea. I was like, yes, it's super uncommon. There's like 40 of us in the world, but it's because it's not even an original name. It's a cut down Polish name. There's more to it that they cut off because Polish people couldn't get jobs when they first moved here. My grandfather was like, well, that sounds bad. So we're going to just drop the ski part and there. Now you're a Roble.
Yeah.
That's
pretty funny. You know, the only reason why I invited you on the show was because I thought you were related.
Damn it, I thought we had a dev.
Yeah, I thought we could get insider information. You're like, hey, Christmas time when you meet them and whatnot, can you just like ask some questions? Oh, was I disappointed?
Yes. Oh man, what did we sign up for?
There was a minute where some people thought I worked for ZOS I had like some insider information because I was like always on top of it. They're like, so what's coming out next? I was like, I don't know. Do you?
Not sure.
Because I don't.
I mean, first time Lotus entered like our show notes on Google Docs, you can see that their name, like when they're editing something, you can see their name, and I'm like, wait, why is Vrobel in our Google Docs? Why are they not?
This is
he coming on the show?
Yeah.
you can't talk about this. Make no mentions of blades.
Just casually blacking things out as we go.
Redacted.
Yep.
But yes, how? Come on, derailing on.
Yeah,
that was rough.
Last name.
Well, we're
going to officially change the podcast to Derail of Tamriel.
Yeah, I think that's...
I gave my buddy Matt a shout out for that. That really encompasses about this show.
Seems a par for the course now, doesn't it?
Yep.
A little bit.
So, I'll admit, I first led this as Leamon Tuttle, but it was middle of the night. And
that would have been way cooler, I'm not going to lie.
To be fair, so we're all aware, I mean, we're not doing a specific networking on Nern just because we figured we could shout out Leamon Tuttle to begin with. I will say he has one of the best Twitter handles I've ever seen, which is Tuttle Power, and people started posting Ninja Turtle GIFs immediately. And I'm like, this makes me so happy.
Yep.
So apparently, Leamon has been working on ESO Team for 8 years. He was actually on ESO Live at one point as well, just not too long ago.
I think it was for Murkmire. I think it was the Murkmire release.
Yes.
Because he did that in
Clockwork City and Murkmire.
He was a lead story designer, I think it was.
It says principal writer, but I don't exactly know what that is. I guess it's like lead writing, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, I'm sort of torn. Like he did Clockwork City, which is awesome, but then he did Murkmire.
And then Murkmire, which we all, speaking of derailing every time Murkmire gets brought up.
What are the odds?
Yep. Yeah. So, but
here's the thing. I wouldn't know.
He's got some solid experience behind him, which is a definite plus. And I assume he's been locked in some type of
vault,
Arcanium for the past 2 or 3 years, having knowledge just drilled into his skull.
You have been chosen to become the Loremaster.
Yep.
This is your life
training
now.
him years ago. So.
They're like moth priests at this point, I suppose.
Yeah.
They just don't go blind. They go insane instead.
Go mad. But no, so high hopes that it seems like it's in capable hands. The one thing I noted was just what with all the stuff I do for Extra Life, I love the first picture I saw of him was him in an Extra Life t-shirt. So I was like, well, okay, they at least made a good choice in the overall department of I support what this guy's supporting right out the gate. So at least his heart's in the right place right out the start.
Yep. I got distracted by
Derailed?
chat. Obi-Wan Kenobi in chat said, I need to take a rip off Skooma after a day of slaying elves and guars.
My God.
A worthy cows there.
A worthy cow.
So I was just focused on that and got spaced out. Alright, so Crownstore Showcase March is our next quick to mention. We are not gonna go deep into this, but I'm very curious about this. They won't be released until 21st of March, but they're doing stick mounts. So basically,
oh my God,
like
are those actual mounts? Are they?
They are apparently.
Yes.
Okay, I thought they were like a home decoration item, like something.
Nope.
Yeah, but
I forget who made the joke that they were like, are these like real mounts? And they're like, yes, they're real mounts that you literally ride around.
I want to say Ranger or Benevolent Bodhi, but
yeah,
it's like the
so
pebble.
funny.
The rock.
Oh my God, and the pet rock.
Oh yeah, Petra. I'm getting myself a pet rock.
Oh man, that thing is so funny.
I'm like,
I kind of hope it rolls. Like as you're going around, it just like tumbles down hills or whatever.
It should just sit on your shoulder, and that's where it sits.
It just hovers.
Like
on
it doesn't move. No, it doesn't move.
I know. That's what I'm so confused because it's like if you don't want to feed a pet, this is the one for you. But I'm like, I don't. So
The only animation it has is its googly eyes move. That's it.
That would see, and it's even lore friendly. This rocks.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rock. What? I honestly, I'm curious about how the animation for the stick mounts will work. Basically, they are like
You're running. Yeah.
like rag-made guar horse or a dragon head on a broom. That's really it.
Right. So, are your feet gonna move freakishly fast, like walk, whatever?
That's what I want.
Speed, like you just look like the Flash.
I'm really curious. These we'll have to wait until March 21 to actually see these in the Crownstore to check out. But that's like one of the most. I am excited for the first time. I am really excited about a Crownstore showcase because I want that pet rock and I want that broom mount.
So they put a lot in there too, like compared to last month where there was like a couple things, but they had like. I was just scrolling. I was trying to like hop in the shower and I was like, oh, I'll just read this showcase really quick. And then it was like 5 minutes later and I was like, oh.
Yeah, this is
we're out of water. I've been running this whole time now.
Yeah.
There are new ESO Plus things as well. And this month's Daedric statuette is Sheogorath, so do not miss that out. It's free for if you have ESO Plus.
Yep.
And another thing I want to mention from the Crownstore show, there's a bunch of costumes, houses, but there is this greatsword, which is an outfit style that is sold, well, specifically solely for Crownstore, but it's the... I have no idea how to say this. Chismere? The artifact. It's a sword.
It's a sword.
Chismere? Ag. Pitch in. It's what?
It's a great sword.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a great sword in the Imperial style.
Yeah, it's an Imperial great sword. I mean,
it's called Paladin's Blade. There we go. That's easier to say.
What essentially it is it's an artifact. So it was a named piece of gear.
Yes.
That somebody used in the past, and I guess it's just like a replica of that case.
Yeah.
Yep. But it is very Imperial looking with the diamond-shaped handles and everything like that, so this is a good one as well.
I mean, I like it, but there's something off about it that I don't like compared to others.
To me, it looks proper medieval, like European.
Yeah.
And it kind of feels off in Elder Scrolls for me.
No,
I still love it.
I think it fits, but
I don't know.
I like European style swords, obviously.
Yeah, I know.
But to be honest, I also have this love for Shamshears as well, which would be more along your line, Ark. But
a Shamshear. Oh, right. Yes, the curved ones.
They're Turkish. Beautiful swords. Anyway, it's something about the actual crossguard that sets me off. That I'm not sure what it is about it that feels off.
I know.
It looks disproportionately like long compared to everything else.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
You look at it, it's the ruby diamond. So you expect it to be the classic diamond shape, but it's stretched because it's a handle. So
yeah,
like I wish they made the handle normal and then put a small ruby on it. Just place the ruby there. And
that probably would have made it feel a little better.
Yeah,
Ranger
like the end of the sword. I don't know what it is.
I'm sure he has.
Yeah. It's his Twitter banner at the moment.
Yeah, I know. It's his literal Twitter banner at this point.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, also, like a bunch of community members at the moment is at ZeniMax Online headquarters, including Ranger, T.D. Khajiit, Classic AT. Who else is there? Kyle,
Yes, I know. Kev Do It. Ninja,
sorry,
like all of them.
Wait, is Ninja there? He is. Yeah. He's got a problem with the chicken. That's all I know.
Yeah, he's got chicken no sides or something. I have no idea what the hell.
I've got no idea what it is about.
I believe it's the entire stream team, if I'm not mistaken, or those of them that could
not
make
the
it.
entire stream team. No.
Yeah. It's a decent chunk of them.
Yeah, maybe it's the ones that are close by or something like that.
Yeah, because I actually know a couple of people from the Steam team that aren't there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean European ones aren't there. That's as far.
Well, yeah. Also, I guess that's very true. The European ones also aren't there.
Yeah. There's a bunch though. They are having a blast though.
I just want to point out that the ZOS headquarters is literally an hour and a half from me.
Is it
Dude,
that
just
close?
drive.
You're that close?
Yeah.
I would
Just
go
point
there
that out
every
there,
weekend.
ZOS.
Hey, Zot.
Hey, ZOS. Hour and a half drive.
I'm
Just
right
saying.
here.
I
don't
would
actually
go there
remember.
every
I know.
weekend.
Because ZOS is connected to Bethesda proper, correct? They're like...
No, they have their own studio.
No? Okay.
Well,
So
wait,
they're-
no, maybe. No, it says ZeniMax, but I think it's ZeniMax Media, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
that's why
not
I didn't
tied
know
to
if it was
Bethesda
like-
Studios, but they're tied to ZeniMax Media, which owns Bethesda, ZeniMax
Right.
Online.
I just wasn't sure how close the studios are. Because, like, if you have, like, Blizzard or something, it's, like, basically a campus of studios. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah,
all
right.
with it. I wasn't sure if that's the same setup.
I don't think so. Ag, how far
Sounds
away
like
are you
someone
from?
is salty. Yeah, no, I'm pretty salty. I'm not going to lie there. Just saying.
I mean, where is the Bethesda HQ located? I was
Bethesda's
gonna say
in
Bethesda, Maryland, but
Because it's
Rockville,
that's
Maryland.
after.
North Bethesda. Wait, Bethesda is actually a place.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Bethesda,
Yeah,
Maryland. That's actually what the company's named after. Is Bethesda, Maryland.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Geography with
enlightened.
Tales.
I am enlightened.
The more you know.
Yeah. North
I'm actually
Bethesda.
getting
So,
directions
yeah.
from my house.
Oh, it's
Hey, look,
right
ZeniMax
north of
Online
Washington as
Studios.
well.
Directions.
Wait, there's a Bethesda in Washington?
I mean, I'm looking at a map, and it's like right
It's-
north of Washington. There's a Bethesda, and it's south
Yeah.
of Rockwell, so it's in the middle of Washington and Rockwell.
Right. It is 1 hour and 21 minutes from my house, by the way. But yeah, see, it's probably a little slow because there's a little bit of construction on 83. But other than that, I mean, it's a straight shot, straight down. Just,
All right, let me check how long for me. So by car.
by car.
Will it
Better
even
have a
give you
snorkel.
directions?
Yeah, no, it didn't give me directions. No, I mean with a plane, it takes 15 hours to get to Rockwell. Yes. Wait, is there a direct flight?
No
So
way.
you'd be arriving just in time for it to like
And
the event end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good.
'cause they all go home tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Which is
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Look at this. I have to
Nailed
pass
it.
the entire Atlantic. Oh man. Someone find teleportation, please. Thank you very much.
Yep.
You
I
got
will
it.
get to work on that. I will hopefully have that done by next week.
I mean, if you get it done before you die, you can always. Oh no, that's time travel. Not
I don't. I just have to bolt on the time travel attachment, and then I can travel
Yeah.
through time as well.
You need to teleport to a different time. That's it.
Exactly. Just
Yeah.
gonna combine them.
I'm patiently waiting the day
That's-
that someone can say, "Beam me up, Scotty," and it won't be weird.
So
What are
last
we
piece.
talking about?
Yeah, news. We had news. No,
Oh,
you were
right.
saying
Oh,
people
the
are
event?
at ZeniMax Online. No, hold on. That's this
Oh
is
yeah, that's why we were
bonus.
talking about where
Yeah.
that place was located. It was like,
Yeah, and then I got a little salty. I know.
yeah.
I've been doing a podcast about your game for 5 years, but hey, whatever. Something stuck in my throat.
Did you hear that, you guys?
Yeah.
So yeah, a bunch of people are at ZeniMax Online headquarters. I actually don't know what they're doing there. They
They're-
I think
they
they
look like
tried
they're
it.
just
testing.
partying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think they are testing.
elsewhere
It
and-
looks like they're just partying at this point.
Yeah, testing
Oh,
elsewhere
yes.
and getting drunk. I think is really all they've
Yeah.
been accomplishing.
I do want to actually say though, I'm just messing with Zoss. I've been invited multiple times to go to different places. I'm just giving them a hard time.
Well,
Have you
you can
ever-
Multiple times they've thought of me. So Gina, Jess, don't hate on me too much.
Well, look at it this way: you can use your wrath tones to summon them.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh God! I'm sorry.
I feel
Oh
like
my god!
Reopening that
like-
wounds.
Oh,
Lotus just revenged my all the things, all the trash talking Aggelos have done. Lotus just revenged.
I heard.
Thank you, Lotus. That was
Yep.
beautifully put. Oh my god. Oh.
So seriously, what the hell were we talking about?
I don't even know anymore.
Right, so they are testing stuff. Okay, let's skip the you guys have fun, okay? Oh my god. We're jealous. News.
It's
We have
very
news.
entertaining. I don't think I could.
yeah.
I mean, even if I was able to go to something like that or whatever, it's like, man, how do you need to plan a vacation? Like, how far in advance do you know about these things?
I mean, when I was in London, that's pretty much what happened. It was.
Yeah.
There wasn't a whole lot that got done between all of the alcohol.
And actually, to be fair, when you did the London trip to meeting in Unzer, I can never pronounce his name.
Unzer,
yeah. Like that was pretty snap decision.
Yeah, it was
it wasn't like months of planning or anything.
No,
right?
it was like a week before.
That's I remember your message was like, "All right, so I'm going to London."
Yeah, no, it was like literally.
I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it's a week before. There wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot of time on that one.
Yeah, so I guess you just
see,
snap take to okay, I guess I'm going on vacation. Boom, done.
If it wasn't a week before, I would have been there. But I didn't have a visa.
For once, that would have been closer to you than...
Yeah.
Actually, it would have been, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Nate, like, told me about it, and I was like, when is this? And he went, like, next week. I don't have a visa, we need, the Turkish people need a visa.
Yeah,
You can't just travel around the world.
I mean, technically...
I'm just going to go real quick.
Kind of lucked out because my passport expires in like 3 months. So
Oh wow, that is super convenient.
yeah, it just so happened that it's still good.
Yeah.
I guess I should probably look at putting it back together.
You're
but,
re-upping that baby.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah. Next time I'm applying for a visa, I'm gonna take it like 10-year visa, and if they give
They
it,
don't do through 10 years because that's how. Well, that's American passports are 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, Europe also, like, you can get a Schengen visa for 10 years as well if they give it to you. Like, you can apply for 10 years
Gotcha.
and they could do, you know what, we are just going to give you 3 months. Or you can apply for 3 months and they can go, like, you know what, just take this,
Your
travel.
passport's 10 years in the U.S. and it comes with a 3-month visa wherever you go.
No, that's because you don't technically need a visa wherever you go as a tourist.
You do.
That's it.
You still need a visa. They issue a temporary visa that you cannot be in the country for more than 3 months. At least that's
Yes, but that's all touristic stuff.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You don't
that-
have to apply for a visa. We do.
No.
Right.
We apply for a visa, we prepare a bunch of documents, we go to the embassy, and then there's this interview and blah blah blah. It's a process.
Yeah. I went to the post office and was like, I want to go to Paris. So what do? They were like, here's your picture and give us money.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Well, they run background checks to make sure you're not like a horrible
they were
person.
like, okay, no confirmed kills. You're not doing it right. That's fine.
Yeah, you're obviously very bad at this. We've seen your Apex Legends score.
Disgusting me. Get out.
Terrible.
See what I did there? Brought it all back around.
Yep. Back to the pre-show.
That's what I do.
Alright, so Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild celebration event. We are not moving forward at this rate. It actually started.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we still have a show to do.
We do?
My God.
Interesting.
Had no idea.
I thought the show was over.
No, not yet. I wish I could sleep.
No, you just woke up. I can sleep.
But, okay. Well. So, the events, they will continue until March 18, and they started. And so, event tickets, you get the event tickets. 1 for Thieves Guild by completing a heist. 1 for Dark Brotherhood by completing a sacrament. There are double rewards from world bosses, Dell bosses, Maw of Lorkhaj bosses, completing heights and sacraments, and double harvesting resources from regular crafting nodes. So yeah, this is the basically summary of the event. Go kill people and steal stuff. So yeah.
I always love the idea of the double crafting nodes, except the region is so packed with people.
Yeah.
I don't think it's is it only in that specific region though?
Yes.
Oh, well, it doesn't mention that.
Yeah, that's
oh no. Okay, it does. All that I just said is specific to Hughes Bane and Gold Coast.
Right.
Right, yes.
The
Okay, that
only
makes
weird
sense.
exception to that is the Maw of Lorkhaj is not in either of those.
Yeah.
Well, it's
You
part
only
of the
get-
DLC.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
kind of crappy too because it's not like double gear drops. It's double defiled whiskers, like the style
double
material.
defiled whiskers.
I'm like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, defiled whiskers. What is defiled
Yeah,
I'm like,
whiskers?
that's
There's
So
a
you
style
can make-
material.
Dramothra stuff.
Oh.
Which, granted, that is the number one thing people have me craft for them is the Dramothra
because
staffs.
it's cool.
Yeah, the Dramothra staffs are super cool. The rest of the stuff is a little too space age for me because they like have the weird glowing writing on them, like the runes and stuff. But people love the staffs. But again, I have like a million of those things. So
Yeah.
All right, that's it for the news. We are not going to be able to complete this section and forever get stuck here for the eternity in a loop of trying to move forward. So we are going to move on to our discussion topic. Now, this was actually brought up on Twitter by the Tamriel Traveler. Shout out to him because he also bombarded me with a lot of lore points on this, and apparently he's one of the deep lore people. So yeah, if you want to discuss, go check out Tamriel Travers. At Tamriel Travers is the Twitter handle. So the initial tweet is this: is the Vestige the most powerful player hero in Elder Scrolls series? We seem to have saved half of Tamriel from numerous Daedric incursions, broken politics, celestials, tyrannical kings, saved many guilds from going under, a powerful necromancer, the list goes on. Thoughts? So I thought this would make a good discussion topic for us as well, and I sent out a tweet asking other people's opinions. And I'm actually going to read some of them before we start discussing ourselves. This is from Aramithius. The host of Written in Uncertainty and basically the college professor in Elder Scrolls lore.
I hear he knows a few things about lore.
Yeah, just
One, maybe.
like it's called
I don't
Elder
know why
Scrolls.
they didn't make him the Elder Scrolls lore master.
I did find that. I think that got brought up in one of my discords. Where people were like, so can we just get Aramithius to be in charge? I don't think he needs to study up much.
Yeah.
He's been preparing for this.
Yep. You can just chat with Lawrence Schick for like 15 minutes to confirm a few things, and then he's pretty much just good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just needs to learn the Lawrence voice, you know. It's like Tomb, but more interesting.
Yep.
So Aramithius said, I think this is possibly a confusion between what the player character definitely does and what players can do. We know they complete the main storylines in each region, but everything else is uncertain. They were probably done by someone, but maybe not the Vestige. However, we also have chaotic criteria, which points out rather obliquely that the Vestige may be, on some level, indestructible. And this is actually a long book. Like, it's long, well, it's not too long, it's 2-3 pages long, on how the Vestiges are created and like what is a Vestige. And basically, when Molag Bal snatches our souls and Manimarco kills us, we get recreated in Cold Harbor from the same material that makes up the Daedra. Like the plasm whatever thing. I don't remember the name.
Azure Plasm or whatever it's called, I believe.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, that might be it.
It's the same stuff you get from Dark Anchors, I think, that makes the soul shriven stuff. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
They just turned it into like a crafting material to give it a purpose in game. But yeah, I think that's what it is.
Probably. I don't remember the item, so... But yeah, so basically because of that, so you know how Daedra, you can never really kill Daedra. You just banish them.
You can.
How?
You have to kill them on their own plane.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well.
Right. But yeah, you can't
this is why Aggelos is here.
Yeah, but let me rephrase it. You can kill them, but then the next powerful one essentially becomes the person again. So when you kill Molag Bal in Cold Harbor, he should die.
No,
but one of
I'm
his
not talking about the
essentially
Daedric princes.
takes over.
I'm not talking about the Daedric princes. I'm talking about
you just said Daedric princes can't die. All of them
I said
can die.
Daedra. I said Daedra.
Well,
I'm talking about the normal, like the ones that we keep slapping. All the time
you can
left and
banish them to oblivion, and if you kill them on their own realm, they're supposedly their souls scattered.
Yeah, but what I know is they turn into they return to being this plasm thing, and then they reform over like the period of 100 times or whatever, however long. Now, so vestige or vestiges are made from the same material, but at the process, like while either getting killed or because of Meridia's intervention, whatever, we got a little bit of Anuic principle or something like that. It's what it's called. I don't exactly know what it is. These are deep lore stuff. I'm just trying to summarize it. So that Anuic principle or whatever acts as a like catalyst in our revival. So that's kind of how people explain why we can keep respawning. I mean, we are made of that Daedra stuff, so we can respawn, but what normally should take 100 years takes, well, a very short amount of time for us to respawn. And that is also what gives us our will and not force us to be this mindless, soul-shriven fellas. So in that sense, yeah, the vestige is indestructible. It'll keep respawning back.
Yeah,
back,
but when we get our soul back, does that still matter?
I think so, because the body is still made of that thing.
So
our vessel is that. And
if you killed them on a Daedric plane, would they die? Like permanently?
Yes, that's supposed to be how it works.
Possibly.
In theory.
Deep lore hurts my head.
Yeah. I mean, Tamriel Traveler sent me a bunch of Reddit posts as well. And TES lore subreddit is not a normal place. I mean, the things
these are the guys who still have a shrine to Michael Kirkbride sitting in the center of their Reddit. So
that's
it's
I
insane.
have a rough time with the Michael Kirkbride thing.
I mean, I read 2 pages of words, and I only know like 3 of them. They're it's insane. The TS lore subreddit is insane. Anyway, this book, I recommend reading this to basically learn what I just tried to kind of explain. Also, I think it's called Anuic Aspect or something. I don't know. Anyway, Chaotic Kratia, the Azure Plasm. Oh, it was in the title. The thing, yeah, it's
cool. Well, on the bright side, at least it was right.
yeah, I wasn't looking at the title, so that's it. So Ermitius says Vestige is indestructible, so I guess he never really gave his opinion as to who he thinks the more powerful, though. So there's that.
I think he was just, because I actually remember that post, I think he was just kind of like giving the overview of like, there's a possibility of this, or this.
Yep.
After all, he does do written in uncertainty. He doesn't like to specifically call things out. I like how he likes to leave things open to interpretation.
I mean, that's kind of how the entire lore is written anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's meant to be done like that, so you kind of get to do stuff like this and argue over it.
Oh, I lost the tab. Oh, there we go. So, Jimmy Zor said, the Vestige has the benefit of being immortal. In raw power, I would still probably pick the Dragonborn, not counting the hero of Quatch as Sheogorath. Actually, that seems to be
Dragon
a common
weenie.
point.
That's what it is.
What?
Yeah.
Dragon weenie.
Dragon weenie? What?
Yep. It's not the Dragonborn, it's the Dragon weenie if you think the Dragonborn is the most powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. I mean, in raw power, I kind of feel the same.
Nope.
Like, if they went head to head...
You want to know someone who's really immortal? The Nerevarine.
Yeah, I did like the Neverine thing.
You kill him, he just reincarnates again.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
That's true immortality right there.
Okay, here's the thing though. You keep reincarnating, but the dragon, that's why there is the specification in raw power, because Vestige may be immortal. But just because you are immortal doesn't mean you are more powerful. You could get killed for eternity again and again.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You can, but eventually the other guy gets tired. You know, like you could just keep coming back.
And in that sense, in that point, from TES subreddit, the Tesla subreddit, this is, apparently, this is a theory more than a fact, but after devouring enough dragon souls, the Dragonborn can become a minor time god of sorts, kind of thing.
Wait, really?
Yeah, apparently, like, there are time gods around, because what you are basically doing is absorbing...
That is on par with Coda in terms of reliability.
No, we will not. Oh my god, please don't talk about Coda. I hate it so much.
Yeah, there's TES.
That's the only part of lore that I'm like, no, please do not pretend this is even remotely.
Coda is not canon.
I know it's not, and I'm very glad it's not. Because once we start getting into like Redguard space travelers, I'm all done.
Yeah, no, it's just not a thing.
Yeah, no.
And then James said, oh, he's actually in chat as well. I'd give it to Hero of Quatch because they are Sheogorath now, but the Vestige is pretty good at beating Daedric princes. I guess the common thing is, like, whether if we count the Hero of Quatch.
Yeah, but the Hero of Quatch has an expiration timer on, because the next time the age ends and the next Grey March happens, he's dead too.
No, that's the thing, is that when you kill,
you become the next one.
But stop the Grey. No, but you stop the Grey March altogether. That's the end, from what I understood.
I think that's like,
that's it. It's over.
The idea that was supposed to be the final Grey March, from what I understand. The only thing is whether or not it is the final Grey March, or because it seems like it does loop on itself. Whether or not that actually is the final one. My thing is, because I'm in favor of, the Neverine is a pretty good choice, but like the Vestige to me. So the Vestige keeps dropping Daedric princes left and right. So, okay, so if it's Sheogorath, then he'll probably drop Sheogorath too.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Vestige never really drops Daedric princes left and right by his own. He has always another Daedric prince on his side, as well as some divine...
That's true.
...buff power-up thing. When we are fighting Molag Bal, we have the Amulet of Kings, someone sacrificed, and Meridia basically keeping you safe while Molag Bal is throwing meteors onto your face.
Yeah, but then you look at, like, when you... Can we do Somerset spoilers?
At this point,
yes. Okay.
Yeah, we're about to hit the next chapter.
That's okay. I just want to make sure when you take down Nocturnal, you have help from Darian, but it's not directly Meridian. He doesn't help you take her down.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you are not fighting with Nocturnal at that point. During that fight, Nocturnal is trying to bind together all the realities that she is.
You're fighting her champion.
Yeah, she is busy keeping the basically dismantlement of the realities at the tower together and bind it all to her use. Yeah. While sending you her champions, and then you still get backed up by Mephala, Clavicus Vial, and which was the other one? Oh, Meridia, yes, yeah. Then Meridia with the Dawnbreaker and things like that. So you have a lot of backup while fighting those Daedric princes. Honestly, I don't think any mortal or immortal can fight Daedric princes on par at any scenario. Like, not the most powerful Dragonborn, not the Nerevarine, not the gods like Vivek.
The only thing that's weird about the thing with the Vestige, because you're right, you're always kind of getting some degree of help. And when you're storming, getting to Molag Bal, she's throwing up the shield, and you're fighting off stuff. But the finale of that is kind of just a street fight between you and Molag Bal.
Yeah,
and Meridia doesn't actually help you in that very final bit where you kind of just beat the hell out of him and then break him into a million pieces.
Just before that happens, Molag Bal picks you up in that figure style, like he has in your hand, cool and you hit him with a blast of Aedric power. He is left like a small fella. Then you fight him. I mean,
that's true.
You beat him to death by using Aedric and Aedric power, and then you just smack what's left.
That's true, but wouldn't in that case, because again, I'm definitely in favor of the vestige, because there is the question, as Prometheus brought up, that there's some confirmed of what was done, and then some was not, and somebody did it, and whether it's you or not is up for debate. But just on the fact that, I'm pretty much of the mindset that the interregnum and all of the Three Banners War that we're playing through is some type of weird dragon break, because I don't know, it gives an example for why there could be so many of us. Like, I like how there's a possibility of making it lore, like it could even functionally work in lore that there's 13 million of us all running around doing the same thing, sort of. Like, I like that there's just sort of a way they can fudge that in.
Yeah.
But just from a selfish standpoint of knowing what I've done physically as the vestige in my timeline, so theoretically, I have access to the Amulet of Kings. Like, that seems like that power would stay with me, since technically you need to have dragon, like, in order to be able, as my screensaver tries to turn on, as you have the ability to use it, that would mean you're primed to be, you could be, able to be a legit emperor, because you would have to have dragon blood in order to be able to use that. So theoretically, wouldn't you by de facto almost eliminate the Dragonborn, because you're just that plus whatever else you accomplish? That's kind of my thing. Is
so Dragon Weenie.
Yeah, so you've ousted the Dragon Weenie.
Yeah, you ousted the Dragon Weenie.
I don't know where I read this. I think it was on Reddit as well, but I think it is confirmed. Now, I don't remember where it is confirmed. It said it in the post, but I don't remember.
It's hard to make notes of these things because there's so many.
Fake Dragon Weenie news.
Vestige actually retained some of the Aedric power from the Amulet of Kings, and I think Meridia mentions this. Apparently, I don't think, but whoever wrote the post.
I feel like this sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think it was. I think they said it's from the final book that you read in the palace, but that doesn't make sense, because that was written not by Meridia, but it's it said journal. I don't remember. I'll have to look.
To get the exact reference.
Yeah.
Well, that's just it. It's like, it seems like with how much you're intertwined with this, even if they're helping you, you've got some degree of it lasting. And kind of on the terms of it, we mentioned the Neverine being able to reincarnate. As the vestige, whether it's a gameplay mechanic or it's part of the story, because it's kind of both, you get dropped left and right in-game mechanics and out-of-game mechanics, and it never stops you. You get shanked to start the game, and then you come back. And even if you're just going from a straight gameplay standpoint, things kill you, and you just stand yourself right back up. Right. And yes, that's part of the game, because otherwise it's like, man, that's going to be a real fast game if somebody dies once. Good luck ever completing like trials or anything like that for the first time. You die once, it's game over. You know what I mean? But like, even as part of the story, other than just a gameplay mechanic, you can be killed and then you just come back anyways. So it seems like it would be real hard to keep the vestige down, even if he's not like fist fight raw power, endurance wise, it seems like it would be hard to.
Yeah.
Ag, what about you? I mean, I know you. Yeah,
I was gonna say,
explain, not just say.
Neverine.
I did. He reincarnates.
Yeah.
Yeah, how is that any like reincarnation isn't really being powerful? You reincarnate, you're reborn, and then you have to grow up again.
Yeah, but so everyone else gets old at the same time. I mean, come on.
I mean, to be fair,
yeah, what are you gonna do if you don't have power though? Like you,
I was gonna say the problem was in Elder rediscover the power. I mean, you start like a lowly chump, but I mean, once you get going,
you reset every time.
You got Azura on your side. Is there anything else you need? No.
I mean,
she's pretty much the main mover and shaker of every major event that has happened in Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean she's all that
intertwined
powerful,
with so much stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Nerevarine is the least powerful.
Really? Oh no,
I would definitely put Dragonborn at the bottom.
Dragonborn is definitely on the bottom.
Nerevarine is just a dude. Like, he didn't even he got killed by his own friends. How?
Yeah,
like,
but then he
got
back,
stabbed.
The best part about that was because of the spellcrafting in that game, getting real meta. The spellcrafting, my God, you could do horrible things to that game. I fist fought Vivek to death and threw the world into eternal damnation.
Yeah, you really did.
Oh man! Because I would like to think, in hindsight, I caused the Oblivion Crisis by punching Vivek to death.
You can even trap his soul in a soul gem and then turning it into like an amazing weapon. So,
what is really the powers of Nerevarine other than reincarnation? By the way, for real, like, does he have anything specific, or is it just the reincarnation? You know,
just reincarnation.
Yeah, he's got the reincarnation thing, and then kind of just scales back to the fighter that he was beforehand, or what you were beforehand in 3. Which is obviously completely over the top because you can power level way too much in that game.
What about Arena and Daggerfall?
I was wondering that too.
I was about to make that joke.
You were a prisoner in Arena, like literally just a prisoner.
So you can be some slob in Arena. That guy's probably because you're just some slob in Arena.
Right. Daggerfall, you're like a shoot, I know you run on.
You're an emissary of the king.
Is that?
Yeah,
you're like a Blades agent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you're Blades yet. I don't remember if Blades is there, but you actually. Does anyone remember the live action introduction with the guy in the? I think I remember the most is when they take the torch and shove it into the thing of sand. Yeah.
Yep. Right before you start hearing vengeance throughout the city at night.
Yeah.
So all right, this is gonna we're gonna get lore weird stuff like that. Has anyone played the crappy spin-off games?
No.
Ah, damn it. All right. So there's this guy, you'll have to look this up to just confirm it afterwards. So there's this really obnoxious character in TES Legends. His name is Cyrus. And he's just some generic Redguard. And his story isn't interesting. And he's a crappy pirate. And he really didn't have much of a purpose. And the story to that game is not great. But the reason I'm bringing up this Cyrus or Silas, I forget exactly how it's spelled. So supposedly he's just some generic pirate and doesn't really get made into having any superpowers. And I looked up what the actual situation was back when we were discussing dragons, because that dude takes down a dragon with the ability to be a dragonborn. What's up with that?
So you can kill it. It's just not permanently dead.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. If you actually look up Nefergal or whatever you...
Oh, you're talking...
He apparently straight up kills that thing and it's dead. Which seems like either a huge lore break.
Yeah.
Or this dude has some weird power for being some slovenly dude who never gets outside that really bad platformer game.
I was thinking the card game, but now I know what you're talking. You're talking, yeah.
It's the
Shadow Key?
No, that one's
Hammerfell.
yeah,
Red Guard.
so- yeah,
it's
it's
literally called Red Guard.
Why can't I think of
literally called Red Guard, and it's an action adventure game.
Mhm.
It's not even like it is straight up Tomb Raider slapped with an Elder Scrolls veneer.
Right.
It's not good. Like, it's really hard to play. It took me like 32 hours to beat it, and it's not that long.
God.
Just because the jumping is so abhorrent. Like, you jump through scenery, and it's like, oh, you're dead. It's like, oh, great, again. But the only reason I brought him up is just because I was curious. But again, if nobody's played that awful game, and don't, it just seems weird to me that this dude has never really made any type of reference again for being able to take down a dragon, especially the one that was whatever the right-hand man of Tiber Septim.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh. That's
So he
interesting.
seems like he might have some relevance, although again, I don't think he'd be able to reincarnate or anything like that. So I guess he'd kind of be out anyways.
Yeah.
Wear him down through age.
I wonder how the Elder Scrolls 6 will be in terms of the player character and powers, things like that.
Maybe we'll just be normal. I don't know. That would be a strange turn
Just
of
be normal.
events.
At
He
least
comes out of
powerful.
left field, and that Cyrus guy comes back.
They're like, here's a normal PC for you. And they're like,
Yep.
what?
You don't start in jail.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa. That would be weird.
You don't start in jail. Instead, you are just dead. That's the end.
You just are dead. You're in a graveyard.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I don't know. It seems hard to, because it's not so much a superpower as in like fist fighting usefulness, but man, the two that seem to have reincarnation is kind of hard to
Mhm.
combat. Because even if you beat them, do you beat them? Like how
Well,
long
in
before
that
they come
sense,
back again?
then Vestige is more powerful because Nerevarine has to die and then grow up again, regain his skills, things like that. Vestige just respawns on the spot.
I know, using up all the damn soul gems.
I mean, he doesn't have to regain his power or anything. He just respawns and comes back to beat you up again.
Yeah.
And the more you fight him, the better he will get. And he just keeps getting... So,
Well,
I
unless
don't
they
know.
take away CP and then.
Oh my god. No, no, stop.
Do you actually want to
I
get in
also
there?
like how that is one
Brought
of the
it
greatest
back
segues.
around.
Stop.
This is one of the greatest segues into a different topic.
I mean, I wasn't going to really bring this up. I just forgot it in
it's
the
one thing to make a
the
reference
topics.
to it, but yeah, I don't think they're getting.
No.
Yeah, okay. Here's the thing, though. So for everyone to know what we are talking about and why we are like we are right now. So
Lack of sleep. Probably why we are the way that we
Yeah.
are right now.
Zaza has been doing some dungeon nerfs, and apparently they are going to be continuing to do so. They asked Alcast to do, at least this is what people told me, like they asked Alcast to do Veteran Male Submariner without champion points, and people have been like, at least in the Discords that I'm in, they're like, are champion points being removed? So I thought this could be a discussion topic, as in, what would they do if they remove champion points?
That's what I thought as well. That was like.
Where
the
do you
first
go
thing.
from there? Do you bring veteran
there has
ranks
to be-
back?
I mean, there has to be something.
Yes, bring vet ranks back. Oh,
Yeah.
that would be amazing.
Oh.
Do I retroactively get credit for the one? So technically, I'm VR 100 because I'm over 1,000. The thing is, with they've got to have something in place for the CP because,
Yes.
like, just taking it away, that is
No,
not like they were so gung ho on making the shift from veteran ranks to CP still kind of work, so you didn't feel completely shortchanged.
Right.
Yep.
If people build up to 810 CP where they finally like stopped it for the time being, and they're like, actually, you scratch that 810 CP real quick,
Right.
people are not going to be happy. Like that would irritate a lot of people, myself included, just because it's like, what? Like, okay, you better have something in line to at least allow me to counteract that, because that is a lot of stuff that would be taken out. Plus, that would screw with the gear yet again.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't think it will happen, but it's just something mentioned. It was just something mentioned, so I thought, let's.
And I mean, they're definitely
bring it up as
tweaking it because this is the first time in a long time they're not increasing the cap. I wish they would put it to an even number, not 810. How about a nice even 1,000 or something, or even 900? Like not 810. I mean, do you guys
everyone with OCD is just like scratching right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I was like, what are you doing?
The problem with even 1,000 is that you can't divide it to 3 even.
That's 999. It would be 999. Well, remember when it was like 561? And I was like, what kind of CP is this for Max? We're monsters.
But that's what.
Bring back champion levels.
Champion levels. Not veteran ranks, not champion points, but champion ranks.
That's what I meant. But
I don't.
That thing.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I want to be VR 14 again. And every time they increase the VR ranks, you have to regather all your gear.
Oh my god, I'd hang myself.
Oh wow, that was
every dungeon packet would have to re-gear.
Yeah,
it was a disaster.
God.
That was an amazing time in the game. I'm not even being facetious. It was my favorite.
This.
Yeah, I know.
Ag likes
the gear grind in the veteran ranks.
Jeez,
I was fine with them at the time, but I hated constantly needing to get you know how much that would spike the value of like materials
of items.
Oh God.
My god, temp alloys would go right back into like 18 grand a piece.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly when Aggelos became rich in ESO. From then on, it was just adding up.
I mean,
I hope they don't
an unfair assessment. I mean, yeah, you're right. That was also around the time, which was really cool, when a single piece of rubidite was going for like 30,000, and you needed like 150 in order to do anything.
You couldn't originally farm them. I'm sorry, you could only farm them. You couldn't harvest them.
Yes.
Yeah, you farm them from items that dropped.
You
only
could break
in
them down,
City.
and it's
like you would do a full run of Imperial City sewers, and that would only give you enough rubidite to craft one veteran rank.
You can make like one
item.
Maybe depends how long you were there. Yeah.
Yep. It's like, okay, cool. I can have one of 2 boots. Got it.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of multiple sets going on unless you were insanely dedicated.
Oh my god, yeah. Could you imagine what that would do to set diversity too? It's like, all right, PvP back to Black Rose and Viper.
Black Rose, such a beautiful set.
I mean, the economy was definitely moving at that point.
Oh man, yeah, those were aggressive times. I forgot about that because when I would walk around in gold gear, oh my god, I was like, I know. I was like, this is a complete waste of gold.
It was a good time. I miss it.
James Stein. Maybe they're looking into a new type of achievement where you can do dungeons without champion points. That could actually be a fun achievement.
Yes, almost like a
like Cyrodiil type.
Yeah, like a non-CP.
Yeah.
But on veteran.
That'd be interesting.
Ooh,
that would be that would be different because I mean the Battlegrounds has the I mean to be fair, for Battlegrounds it's necessary to do to keep it competitive, and you know a lot of people want that, whereas you know I'm fine with that for Battlegrounds, but you know in open world Cyrodiil it's not supposed to be balanced, so people want like, well, it's not fair. It's like, well, yeah, neither is being Emperor. Surprise, neither is having a Daedric artifact from the sky and allow you to give the Emperor. It's like, give that to the Emperor and tell me this is fair. Like,
speaking of,
can you imagine Emperor with an artifact?
I know. I almost want to go for Emperor again just to try to grab that thing and be like, all right, I'll marry Dominion. Get off the map.
See, now that would be the most powerful player character.
That is valid. Yes.
Dunmer, Dragon Knight, Vampire, valid. Emperor with the artifact.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, actually, speaking of bringing things back around, yeah, I think that's the answer right there. It's like, oh, yeah, no, I'm the God Emperor of Tamriel, and I have Daedric artifacts that can be unstoppable. Yeah, got this.
So, speaking of the artifacts, I haven't heard, like, anything. Are they, like...
They'll be
I
with
don't
the
know, are they
expansions,
cool?
I think. Wait,
So,
are
but,
they-
like, PC has had them for a while, and I haven't heard nearly anything
have?
about them.
Have we?
No, they
No,
haven't dropped
no.
yet. They dropped
They
it elsewhere. They've been talking.
Oh, that's right. Oh, my God. I'm so... I was thinking... I'm
They're just
sorry.
not active. Yep.
That's right. Okay. My apologies. I was like, I thought these go live with Vasto,
It's
but that
okay, you
explains
play
why
on
I haven't heard
console.
anything.
Yes.
Yeah, because no one's had one yet.
Yeah, that explains everything.
It is interesting to like think of how that's going to work because obviously they're just starting with Volendrung, and I mean they can chuck in some pretty weird ones to do some different things.
Wabashek.
Wabajuk!
Well,
Oh,
especially
that's-
since it's
yeah.
Sheogorath screwing with everybody, and he's just
Yeah.
jacking everybody else's Daedric artifacts
Yeah.
and putting them into the field. It's
You
like,
know
dude,
what?
Wabbajack
What
just-
would be fun?
Everybody turns into chickens on the field or something like that.
Everybody's
The
little
keep
bantam
turns into a
guars.
giant cheese wheel.
Yes,
Yeah.
they did, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Honestly,
You gotta
they
get through the gate. Cheese wheel.
No, and to
They
get through the
have-
gate, you have to have like a cheese knife because nothing else will work.
The fork of horripilation.
they already have. They already can turn us into like monkeys and whatever without a problem while retaining the movement and everything in the game. So
Yeah.
turning everyone in that area into a chicken shouldn't be a problem for Zas. And it
Imagine
would be
that.
amazing.
A whole Zerg of just chickens.
I will
What
like
a
that.
time.
And one bomber comes in and just
And just obliterates
it's
them.
everywhere.
You have meals for weeks.
Yep. Actually, that'd be funny too if that actually dropped poultry for you killed.
Oh my god.
But yeah, they definitely have some potential with that. That
Oh
would be,
yeah.
I'm very
I'm
curious to see
excited.
what else they bring in.
I think I will be
Volendrung's
like
cool. I use
Yeah.
that in Skyrim a lot. I like Volendrung.
I was never a
sweet
two-handed. I always
No?
had nope, never got into two-handed. I was always one-handed and a healing spell.
Oh,
So
Okay.
I had Breaker.
Dawnbreaker!
Oh, so
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Or if you do that like unintentional sneeze shout and you end up with two Dawnbreakers, so you can wield them.
I didn't know that. Wow.
You can blow it off the pedestal with a shout and then activate the pedestal and you pick another one out of the pedestal because it's a quest item, so you pick it up off the
Wow.
floor and you dual wield.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's really
That's-
broken.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to do that now.
see, that's
The only
how
downside
powerful
to it-
Dragonborn is. With one shot, he can duplicate Daedric artifacts.
Exactly.
Accidentally sneezed. I'm gonna shoot. And the only downside to it was it caused everything to explode. So like it would knock quest items out of the way. And I'd be like, what, what now?
Yeah, it's like, well, that's lost in the weeds forever.
Yeah.
Never getting that back ever
Yep.
again.
Yeah. I think
By
I
Beacon of
accidentally-
Meridia.
I think I lost like one of the Thieves Guild artifacts because of it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
that was rough.
All right.
Well, that
Okay.
was an incredibly involved
Yeah.
discussion topic. I like
Welcome
that.
to another episode of Derails in Tamriel.
Yeah, well, it was funny because that kept bumping into the rails every now and then because we kept bringing it back to what we were talking about in
Yeah.
between blundering through the grass.
I mean, yeah. I guess we'll be bringing back the discussion topics from now on. These are fun.
Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. That's
Also,
cool.
we get to say we meant it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a discussion topic, and we discussed exactly according to our plans. That's it, though. We gotta move on with the tales.
Just out of curiosity, though,
Yeah.
final tally. What is there? So we've kind of made what
Right.
points we made. Who's on? Who do we vote for? Did anybody change their things, or are we all the same?
I still want to say
Same.
Dragonborn, despite
So
your.
you still say Dragonborn? Aggelos, you still sticking with Nevervar?
Mhm.
I assume. Mm-hmm. Promethean?
I think I'm going Hero of Kavach with
You going here on
Shadow
Kavach? Okay, and I'm sticking with the Vestige. So we
So
made zero
no.
progress. We all
right.
made convincing arguments. No one got it.
All right. Discussion ended.
Yep.
Dragon weenie. We did confirm dragon weenie was an accepted term.
Okay, because
right?
like, what can he like? Sure, he can kill a dragon, but like, so can other people.
Other people have killed dragons,
right? Like,
No,
I'm like,
it's here's the thing. It's not about killing dragons. The tomb is just too OP.
other people can use the tomb.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they have
that's
to.
like a side effect of one of my many powers vestige. When I'm crowned emperor, I like to kill my adversaries and take down dragons.
It's not just about using tomb either. I mean, he's absorbing dragon souls. With every soul, he's becoming more powerful. So by the end of, let's say, Skyrim, you are very, very extremely powerful. It's not just about using dragon shouts. It's about absorbing soul of kind of like what are they called? Akka something? Akka souls? But, well, you're basically absorbing parts of Akatosh. So
so the only real thing that I will kind of say that I'm a fan of.
I read the TES lore Reddit. Okay, you are.
Look, the only benefit to the Dragonborn is he was smart enough to align himself with Hermaeus Mora and all his ridiculous dealings. So, I mean, he does have that going for him, at least, because I was a big fan of that expansion.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you offed the old Dragonborn, and then you became the new Dragonborn.
It's like Highlander.
Hermaeus Mora. Yeah, it can only be one.
There can only be one.
Yep. So, I mean, he's pretty much indebted to forever to Hermaeus Mora until somebody comes in and offs him too.
Right.
But I again, he at least picked the correct Daedric prince, so I will give him some credit in that department.
Or you can just never do that storyline, because who cares about Solstheim anyway? I mean, let it be sunk. Who cares? So you just leave Mirak with Herma Mora, whatever they're doing there. And
probably just hanging out, reading books, reading comics.
Hey man, I found this really cool chapter book. You ready yet?
It's a choose your own adventure.
Oh god.
Not even sure where to take that one.
Oh god.
All right, shall we move on with Tales?
We should probably get to Tales, as the show is really going pretty long.
Aggelos, so you got anything to say?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I have no Tales this week because obviously for some of those who follow me, we had a death in the family. My grandmother had passed away after a very, very, very long fight with cancer. And so that was pretty much what my entire week consisted of. But the reason why I even wanted to mention it was I really wanted to say thank you to all of the amazing people in our community. I got so many whispers, so many messages, a lot of prayers, good thoughts, stuff like that. So I really want to say thank you to everyone who actually reached out to check up on me and stuff like that. So that was really great. So yeah, thank you for that. That's all I got.
All right. So I don't have any Tales myself. I didn't really play ESO this week. I was going to do Pug Veteran Ratstone DLC dungeons, but instead I played Apex with Eric and Bear. But today I'm going to be doing that. So hopefully next week I'll either have some Tales or I'll announce that I've quit everything and I won't be playing ESO anymore. It will depend entirely on my chance and the pugs that I get in my group.
Yeah, that is not a bet I would put much money on, because if you're running pugs, I feel like a new host is on the horizon.
But yeah, hopefully today and tomorrow.
The show goes right back to me again, doesn't it?
Yep. There's no escape.
It is what it is, Zach. This is on a molecular, like on a quantum level. This show is tied to you. You can never escape.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yep. There's no escape.
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
well, since we don't have Tales, Lotus, I see that you have some, and I don't see a certain ugly, treacherous name in here. So go ahead.
Well, gee,
Start
that's a
with your
shame.
Tales.
Well, I guess we'll just, yeah, that's weird. I guess I'll just have to go into this and not know exactly what you're talking about, because clearly it's not hidden somewhere off screen. So I'm almost done with the first Elder Scrolls novel. I've been listening to it on Audible, which I recommended strongly last time. Man, that is big fan of that being on an audiobook, because you can just do grindy stuff where you're barely paying attention and just listen to it. So that kind of brings me to the...
You're not done with it yet, right?
No, I'm actually... so I'm on... what is it? I think I'm like 5/6 of the way through it. So the first one. So I'm almost at the end. Which I figure next time I'll definitely be done, and I'll kind of give my whole review of like what I thought of it. You should
probably wait till you finish the second one.
I was going to say, does the second one tie into it?
Oh yeah, you're going to end on a cliffhanger. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Oh,
yeah, they're tied together.
Okay, I was not expecting it to end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Oh, well, now I'm even more intrigued. But so far, I like it. It's not the quickest moving book, by any means, but
fair.
At the same time, it's pretty cool to have Umbriel, the floating island, kind of get some context, because I never really knew what the hell they were talking about. And as I kind of looked into it more, because again, it's a little character developy, which is weird for an Elder Scrolls thing, but I don't mind the characters. It's fine, but they really don't have the impact so much as, like, I care what's happening, not so much what's happening to them, which is a little strange for a book. And I feel like, I feel like if I wasn't so invested in Elder Scrolls as a whole and knew that this actually went into the bigger picture around the Fourth Era, I probably wouldn't like it as much, but it's a really good addition to something you already like, not something to get you hooked in the series, is, I guess, so far what I would say.
That is very apt.
Yeah, so again, definitely if you're an Elder Scrolls fan, it's pretty neat, and it's pretty dark, because Umbriel, good lord, that island, the overview, because I mean it's in the bullet points on the back, so I don't want to spoil any of the major plot, but it is a floating death island, more or less.
Okay.
And it harvests souls of the people of Tamriel to power it.
Okay.
And these horrific bug creatures come down and basically kill and tear people apart, turn them into liquid goo, and shoot them up the chutes to this thing so that they can be harvested up in the city itself.
Are we still talking Elder Scrolls, or did we
are,
like Doom or something?
Like I said, it's pretty dark, and it starts in Black Marshes where they notice it, and it's slowly pushing north to Morrowind so far in the book.
Now, okay, if it's going to Morrowind from Black Marsh, the entire path is whatever, just...
It's making its way towards another very iconic place in the second book.
Okay, yeah, see, so, and that's just it. I've been curious to see what the deal is, because they're trying to stop the thing, but also figure out what is going on with this thing, because it kind of just pops in. And then, again, I don't know how much they address it in the book, but just it's strongly tied to Clavicus Vile when I looked up the origins of Umbriel, which I actually did not know.
Do you want a spoiler? It's very weak.
Okay, weak spoiler I can deal with.
It doesn't.
Oh, really?
The Clavicus Vile act, I wish they would have played on a little bit more. You'll see.
Oh, really? Did they go kind of light on it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, see, because they made...
There's another Daedric prince that is heavily featured, which you sit there and scratch your head going, huh?
Huh.
But
okay. See, well, and if all these little teases don't encourage you to try it out, like I say, perfect for grinding anything else, doing housework. Like I say, I've been grinding just randomly in ESO, and I've just been listening to that while pressing square and like leveling up abilities, which brings me to the secret Guaranir portion of the thing, where Guaranir is now, last time he became a provisioner expert, And now he's an alchemy expert.
How nice.
So he hit level 50 in alchemy while listening.
So I guess he can make a poison and drink it himself now.
a level poison at this level at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I've been doing with Arkhaniir. He is becoming a strange backup master crafter, chunk by chunk, which is really not what I intended originally. But it's something to do and burn through mats, because then if I make trash potions, I sell the trash potions off, because if you use poisons, you make 16 every time you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So if you use like, what are those? Flesh fly larvae and some other use spider eggs, I think it is. Trash, millions of those things. Garbage, nobody buys those. You combine those into a potion together when you're using that garbage alkahest stuff.
Yeah.
You're making like $100 every time you press square, and you can press square a lot of times when you're listening to a 9-hour book on tape. So that is what Arkhaniir has been doing, making me a small fortune, one square button press at a time. Then
At least he should make a fortune to me. I demand name rights.
Nope, they changed it just enough. It no longer gets those rights.
Just enough.
So we moved the K, and
yep, genius. What else did I do? Oh, so we didn't succeed. The only real reason I mention this is just because we came so close in our only attempt of it, so it was awkward that we missed it entirely, but almost hit it. Was a couple of my buddies that I do decent amounts of skins runs with and stuff like that. They sent me a quick message and said, "Hey, would you like to speed run hard mode, no death, March of Sacrifices?" And I'm like, okie dokie, that's kind of random, I guess. And they're like, yeah, so we're gonna see if we can skin. I was like, okay, I guess that's fine. So we jump in, and I forgot how much I like March of Sacrifices to begin with. That is a really cool dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
So
beautiful dungeon.
The other thing was, I was like, oh, sorry guys, I haven't kind of rusty. And the response was, that's okay, neither have we. And I'm like, so we're going to try to do the trifecta without anybody even running this? We got to the end. We only died once, and we missed speedrun by 45 seconds. And I was like, wow, that hurts.
Does Lotus get cut off for you guys as well?
Every once in a while. Yeah.
Oh, do I every now and then?
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, we are once in run. Unfortunately, we almost got speedrun, almost got no death. Hard mode is hard, but we managed to make that work. But it was kind of funny because we only kind of did that one run and we were super close. So now I actually want to go in and do it again and actually get skinned in that, because I'm curious if that was a fluke or if we really could do that with like a couple more runs, because that one didn't seem that bad and I thought it would be off. But yeah, that's a sweet dungeon. And the only other thing I did is not so much a positive note. I ran a pug dungeon with one of my buddies and then some randoms. So I found a new error that I had never encountered, but I've run into these errors absolutely constantly, specifically in the Runes of Mazatoon, where your character model or the boss character model during fear animations will just glitch through walls, and then the fight is basically undoable.
Never had.
So
that hasn't happened to me in a very, very long time.
And that's what I was going to say. I haven't had this happen in a very long time, and I've never seen this do it. You know the one where you have to go through the halls, and it's got the steam blasting out the side, and then you fight the big Dwemer sphere, and you have to like pull the gauges. So I tried chain whipping him just because I hit the wrong button, and I was like, oh, whoops. and he backs away because he can't be chained. You can't pull a boss. Like, that's not how that works. Yeah. And by backing away, he backed out of the game entirely, essentially trapping us in the Steam room. And I was like, well, this is miserable. But we found out that he actually got so far out of geometry that we could crouch, and he lost track of us and de-aggroed, but got stuck out of bounds. So we turned the levers mid-boss fight. His health bar never went away, and we had to sneak through the steam to get back out of the door and finish the dungeon. And that was awful.
You were able to actually finish the dungeon then?
We finished the dungeon, and it was funny because my buddy saw what I was doing because I kept crouching, and he's like, dude, that's not going to work. Like, we're still aggroed. And we kind of just sat there for a while, and the pugs were not understanding it. One of them ran into the steam and just accepted his fate. And like the other dude was just like jumping around, and like I messaged him, I was like, crouch. And he was like, so we crouch. And it's still playing the battle music and everything's going on. And all of a sudden we noticed that the eye closed, but the battle music was still playing. And I was like, oh my God, can we use the switch? So we used the switch, got out of the room. He's not essential to the pledge or the completion of the dungeon, technically. So we just bypassed. That boss is still alive in Volenfell because we couldn't kill him. But it was just super awkward because I thought they had largely fixed those, and I had never seen it on that boss before. So that was... I hope that's not a thing that's returning, because I really, really hated that, especially with Tune. Zalnir used to fear me out of bounds constantly, and I hated it.
I don't think I had that many times. Like maybe once or twice I fell off the map, but...
See, I used to fight him close to the water spout thing, so that when he would stomp, it would never pull to the one right next to you, but we would always have somebody ranged across the map, so he'd be right there and we could do it quicker. We were doing it for the speed run and the no death, and I screwed up so many no deaths because I would literally get yelled through the wall. Okay, well, can't play anymore, guys. Sorry, you don't have a tank. Like, do the rest of the dungeon without me. Like, I don't know what to do. So yeah, that was a little concerning that came back, because I hadn't seen one of those in a while. So hopefully it was just a one-off bug and not like a thing that's reoccurring back in the game.
Yeah, that would be annoying if it was.
Yikes.
So, anything else, or
that's it for me?
All right.
Can I ask a question on this one? It's very important. Probably one of the most important things I've ever asked.
Ooh.
Promethean, you're doing 3 Hearts is 1 tonight in Argonian voice, right?
Oh.
That's like one of my favorite songs.
I meant to ask you.
Or Sway As We Kiss, one of the two. I mean, I could go either.
Ask you. I couldn't remember what the song. I'm actually going to jot them down.
Oh, and I'm going to find you the lyrics right now.
Oh, okay. So I was like mentally ready for this, but then I forgot to ask you what I needed, what songs they were, because I forgot to make reference to them on the notes. But yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yes.
Why not?
I'm just going to post it right here. There you go. There you go.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me, I'll pull that up. Which one is 300?
This is literally the only reason why I come to this show anymore. This.
Also, Kenobi has another fantastic suggestion. Next time, Sway As We Kiss.
Sway As We Kiss.
Yeah, I was supposed to do that for like Valentine's Day. I'll jot that down so I don't forget.
I know Blood Eye will love you forever for that one.
Yeah. I think that's where the suggestion came from.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it exactly.
It is.
Well, that's ready when we get there.
Sweet.
Glad I could be of some service.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Lyrics. Oh, man. All right. Well, let me do my Tales first.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Mentally get ready.
You can serenade the show to its close.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful.
Oh, yeah. In keeping with the event, I got some pretty wicked load screens earlier. Coast, as I mentioned pre-show. I had to completely close my application 3 times, which really kind of put a damper on things. So I'm hoping that they fix that. And I didn't have an issue with it in Hughesbane, I think, is the Thieves Guild one. I had like no problem there at all. So I hope they get that taken care of, because I'd like to farm out some of those motifs, as I'm still working towards Grandmaster Crafter. So that would be cool to get some of.
Sure.
Then the other thing that I've been doing lately, since I went through my PlayStation achievements, and I actually only when I get the Platinum Trophy for the Elder Scrolls Online, like the base game at the very least. The other ones I'm like close. I'm missing like 1 or 2 here and there, and they're pretty easy to get. But I started Master Angler because what better way to kill time and potentially go insane than doing that? I started in Stonefalls because I was like, oh, I'll start with my like home. Why not? I caught I shouldn't say all of them. I didn't make it to the lakes because I got stuck at the foul water, where I spent 3 whole days trying to catch 1 fish.
Oh god.
And while everybody else around me that was helping me caught it. They're like, oh yeah, we caught it. And I was like, really? I had the food active. I was like, I fished every foul water hole in Stonefalls like multiple times. I think I've got like 200 foul water fish to skin, and that was from 1 zone. I was like, this is awesome. And then so I actually finished up Stonefalls today and went into Deshaun and caught all of them except for 1 in under an hour. I was like, so yeah, it's a grind right now.
The wonders of RNG.
Seriously, it's amazing. And yeah, that was really it. The fishing has been occupying all of my time, and I need to like switch to another game and go shoot some things or something, because it just takes all of my energy and puts me right to sleep. It's getting better though, which is so great.
So is there only 1 ship left, fish left for Master Angler for you?
No, oh god, no. I just
There's just 1 in Deshaun.
There was just the 1 in Deshaun, so I still have all the 1100 pack to go. Dominion, Covenant, Cyrodiil, and Cold.
Master Angler is 1 achievement I'll probably never get in ESO. It's just too idle, too much grind.
When we were doing drunken fishing nights, we used to
get a lot
like, working on that. And I got pretty close. I got like 3 or 4 zones done, but
it's obscene how time consuming it is. But it's funny because when I got mine, I was so disillusioned because I had been doing it for so long. I was still like, it got brought up that the thing like popped, and I was still like casting the line because I wasn't even paying attention. And one of my buddies like, dude, you got it. What are you doing? I'm like, oh, I don't even know anymore.
I need to get it again.
And then, so after I finish that, I'm making an Emperor eventually. I'm probably just going to go have some fun in Cyrodiil and eventually push for it, but we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling at that point.
We'll see if I hate my life.
Yeah,
pretty much. That's where I'm at.
That's an apt description. Yeah,
it's just how much do you hate yourself?
Right. I was doing it with Sin, and he's like, I think if I get Master Angler, it will be the last thing I do in the game ever. He's like, I will quit. I'm like, oh god. I was like, don't ever get it, please. But like, I hope that's not how it ends for me.
On a horrifically bad
did. Yeah, like where Cash did, where he got like Loremaster for World of Warcraft and quit. I was like, oh no, I don't want to do that.
It'll be when they go to cancel the game, and it's like the servers are going down in like 20 minutes, and we'll just all be out fishing,
fever fishing.
This is gonna happen.
Yeah, chucking fireballs in the lake to blow the fish out of the
water. Oh yeah, so that's a task. It's a rough one at that too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what song is this? Why do I not know this song?
It's the Ebonheart Pack song, sir. So I'm disappointed that you don't.
No. Yeah.
Show this true color.
Well, I have never pledged full allegiance.
What?
Oh, yeah. I thought this was like a thing that we knew. I've definitely talked about it with Lotus. I'm 100% like declared myself as a spy for all three alliances.
It's
and
true.
just marched to the Daedric princes.
Arc conference after this.
I don't know. You invited him.
This is true.
You agreed.
I didn't know.
So is everybody part of this conspiracy? Hey, I'm wearing an Eben hoodie right now.
Yeah, this is true.
So now at least I can be trusted.
My microphone cable is red, so that shows my allegiance.
All right.
I got red somewhere. My Scarlet Solo that I used to connect my mic is red. So.
Yeah,
I was about to say, if anything, Aggelos, you're a pitman because you're green. You got the green.
Yeah, the green screen.
So you're controlling all of battle.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes. Yeah, I'm pledged to all the Daedric princes. They've got dominion over my soul, so they're getting all the info for you guys. I know.
So are you looking for the lyrics now?
No, I have them, but I'm still trying. I just don't.
Okay. In the meantime, Von James Stein asks, "What race are you guys going to make your necromancers?"
Not making a necro.
I kind of want to go a different route and make an Imperial, but I'll probably end up making another Nord.
I think I'm going to just make, because I like to try out the other classes just to understand basically what they're going to do to me in PvP.
There's nothing to understand. They're plebs.
Well, which is fine, so it'll be easy to understand. I think I'm going to make a Breton so that I can see how abusive that new perma-sustain is.
Yeah.
So you're going Magicka?
Yeah, I was thinking of making just a Magicka Necro, go around with it, and since I won't need to have any skill with trying to micromanage my Magicka, I'll just spam all of my abilities until I know what they do.
Yeah,
and then they'll go in the pile of unplayed characters along with the rest.
I want to try necromancy tanking, to be honest, so that's what I'm gonna give a shot at. But
like
yeah, probably Imperial.
Looks so cool.
Most likely Nord.
Hey,
going Argonian.
We're becoming meta.
Yeah.
We're still not an Argonian level meta, but still.
Yeah. Ironically, I'm going Argonian, probably DPS or heals. I have not decided yet. Probably both in the long run.
I really should get a DPS character one time. 5 years of ESO, never once was I a DPS.
I don't know if I would say it's worth it. Like, the queue times are outrageous. They're literally everywhere.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. Being tank is the best.
It is nice. Like, it does help me get, like, my other achievements done. As a main, like, having a DPS as a main, it does help me get all the other stuff done, but you guys have done it fine, so, like, that doesn't really make that much of a difference in the long run. My healer does just fine on his own, so... Yeah.
Well, that was your preparation time.
Yeah, that was. I was able to actually read because I didn't know this one. Oh boy. Everybody ready?
We're ready.
Very much so.
Okay.
I'm actually muting because I don't want to ruin this with loud enjoyment.
Okay. All right. So this week I'm doing 3 Hearts as One, which Ag said is the Ebonheart Pack song. So here we go. We tilled Skyrim's ground despite frozen toil. We tended Quama beneath Morrowind's soil. We hunted the Wamasu in Black Marsh's glades. We 3 hearts had no need for blades. Then they came from the seas, folded steel in their hands. They burned down our homes and ravaged our lands. Akaviri brought nothing but bloodshed and lies. Our families were slain before our eyes. With 3 separate people, they shared a cruel joke, a choice between death or the yoke. But then our 3 people knew what must be done. To end the oppression, our 3 became one. Forged by war, the Ebonheart rose and drove the Akaviri back to sea. When the enemies begged for the mercy they lacked, 3 voices as one shouted blood for the pact. Forged by war, our story be told. No shackles can hold us, whether moonstone or gold.
I mean, God, that was.
Oh my God. The sound bites that will come out of these.
Does it hurt your throat or something, like doing that?
No, I'm fine.
The other thing
Fine.
is those lyrics really, really made it more entertaining, knowing that it was from an Argonian.
Oh man,
my
Getting
God.
crapped on.
that was amazing, Promethean.
Ah. Jesus, that was funny.
I've already got I'll get the lyrics for the next one too. I'll be all ready
Pitch
for
perfect.
next week.
All right, well, that was a great ending to. I think that was the
Yep,
best
we win.
ending we had so far. Oh man, I mean, imagine going from like Tales' reading evolution went from TES reading, which was the best part of Tales of Tamriel, and then Nate and TES doing basically reading the Last the Argonian Made.
Which
And
was
then,
still,
then we evolved into this.
and now we've evolved into Argonians.
Oh, singing. Oh my God.
Hashtag better than the Grammys.
Oh, the niche amount of people that see this. It's like,
You know what? I'm gonna just cut that part out every show and then
Oh,
make
yeah.
a compilation. That's
Yeah,
You should.
yeah.
Yep.
Ringtones for everybody.
Love it.
well. That brings us to the end of the show. I'm gonna skip the rest and just do the outro because I'm sleepy. I can see everybody's sleepy. So, well, you can follow everything we do and all of our shows and links to our social media over at dungeoncrawlernetwork.com. And you can support us over at patreon.com/dungeoncrawlernetwork. Or you can leave us an iTunes review. You can, well, retweet our tweets. Or just tell a friend that we are doing this and you enjoy it. There we go, see? Custom outro. That's what I've been thinking about. So, thank you all so very much for joining us on this episode of Tales of Tamriel. And I hope to see you all next time. And I need to get red diamond from somewhere on my desktop. Have a good night, everyone.
smooth transition. Night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
See ya.
When Akatosh slew Lorcan, he ripped his heart right out. He hurled it across Tamriel, and the heart was heard to shout, red diamond, the heart and soul of men. Red diamond, protect us till the end. The laughing heart sprayed blood afar, a gout on Seer it fell, and like a dart shot to its mark down in an alien well. Magica fused the Lorcan blood to crystal red and strong. Then wild elves cut and polished it down to chimel at a ball. Red diamond, the heart and soul of men. Red diamond, protect us till the end. When elves lost Nirn to men, Akatosh gave the stone to Saint Alesh in token of her right to sit the throne. Red diamond, the heart and soul of men. Red diamond, protect us till the end. Red diamond, protect us till the end.